Right. My question's around like health and I guess illness because, well, I'm all right. But, you know, at the start of this COVID thing, I thought, and it's not just about COVID, but I remember, and I have said to myself quite a lot, I'm not going to get that. It's just not going to happen for me. And my husband's had it and he was okay, luckily. But how much influence does the spirit have over what happens to us in that regard? Is it kind of like predetermined, or is it, predetermined is not the right word, but you know what I mean? Is it how much, even though, because there's been, in the past I've done all kinds of bad things to my body, and so now I'm really shit scared of getting poorly. So can I just put it out to the universe and say I'm not going to get poorly, or is it
right?
I don't know what I'm asking, but it's just like a bit of
yeah,
I'm curious about
I
it.
understand. What I'm hearing very loud and clear is that I mean, literally, I don't know who I've got in tonight because they're thinking it's hysterical. So I do apologise how rude they are being, but they're finding it hysterical in the sense of that it's not down to them who gets it necessarily. It's not them saying, oh, we like that individual, or no, that person's been really bad, or no, that person used drugs before, or that person did this person did. We're going to make sure they get COVID. It's not that necessarily, and to some degree, if they're laughing, if only we could do that. Well, that's not very good. But anyway, literally what they're saying is, okay. I mean, I wouldn't like to say, to be honest, to some degree, I know that there is the mental health state in the sense of, who's going to get to some degree by how you're feeling from the health sense, the mechanics of the human body and stuff, but it's really down to you as an individual. It's not that they're going to prevent it. It's not they're going to say, right, we think you should get it, you shouldn't get it, and you should get it, and that person should get it. So it's none of that. I think really they're not 100% sure on your question to them. So what's the question? Because they're going around in circles, and I want to know exactly what that question is.
I think it's really just I am absolutely petrified of getting ill, not COVID, but like a long-term horrible illness, because I've got a young boy, and I saw, I've seen people be ill and leave us, and
okay, that's different. They just said to me, this is your vulnerabilities, what's going on for you as an individual. So it's like they are saying, is this, you want us to offer you the reassurance that you're not going to get it? They just said, we can't offer you that reassurance that you're not going to get it. But what they're saying is, each time when we go through something, each time that we are affected by illnesses, when we are affected by those ailments that happen to you, it's literally for you to grow through them. None of them are sent to you as a punishment. And it's the human mind sometimes that we think that we're being punished, why this has happened to us, or from a karmic point of view. But it's more the fact of that through every time when you go through something, it's about you learning about your vulnerabilities and learning your strengths too. That's the most important thing what they're saying right now. But they're saying individually that for you in particular, they cannot offer you that reassurance, but they know they just said, we know your journey. We know your journey and we understand your vulnerabilities with this. So for them, they could not step forward and say, you're definitely not going to get that. It's more about reassuring your own mind that if it's meant to be, it will be. There is nothing that you can do to prevent it to some degree, in a sense of if you're going to get it, you will get it. Of course, prevent it as much as you can, as in, I'm telling them now, hand sanitizing and the mask, of course. But what I'm hearing from Spirit, this is much to do with what you're still holding on to as your younger self and what you have gone through and what you have witnessed. They just step forward. Okay, so I think we have loved ones that step forward to talk with the guides on your behalf there. So that's to do with your vulnerabilities. That's what they just said.
Okay, thank you.
I hope that helps.
Yeah, good.